Okay, I've done a video on the best top 5 east side suburbs, the top 5 west suburbs, and there's only one thing left, the top 5 southern suburbs. And let's dive right in. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Living in Cleveland. I'm Patty Salceoli. I make videos about all things Northeast Ohio, Northwest Ohio, and even down south. And you know the drill. If you don't want to miss my videos, hit the subscribe, hit the like, leave me some comments. I love them. All right, we did east, we did west. Time to go south. Because you know what? In Cleveland, there is no north or you'd be living on the lake. So down south, let's check it out. Okay, just like my other two videos, I'm doing my rankings from the Cleveland Magazine. Every year they come out with the top 20, top 30, I don't even know how many, top 10 suburbs in Cleveland. And I always have a beef with it because they pick suburbs that I feel aren't even Cleveland suburbs. They're more closer to Akron. But whatever. So today, I am going to do what Cleveland Magazine thinks are the top 5 southern suburbs. So let's just get started. And when you're talking to people in Cleveland, they always ask you if you're an east sider or a west sider. I don't ever hear people say, are you a southerner? Nobody ever says that. And here's why I feel that's the case. I feel that the southern suburbs, they more identify with the west siders versus the east siders. So I'm going to sort of lump them in, but because they're south of the city and not a true west side suburb, I count them as separate. But really, I think if you were to ask anybody who lives in those southern suburbs, they're going to say they're west siders and not east siders. But maybe not. But that's just how I view them. So we're going to go in, I don't know if they have them in particular order, but I'm assuming they're going from 5 to 1. So I'm just going to go what they say is number 5. And that's actually Seven Hills. I've actually sold several homes in Seven Hills. And Seven Hills, it's right next to Independence, which is a really groovy town, really popular, well, we'll get into Independence later. Let's talk about Seven Hills. Seven Hills is right next to Independence. So you're about 15 minutes to downtown. You're like right off West Pleasant Valley. In fact, I just did a Seven Hills video. I consider it almost, I think of it as like a sleepy little suburb. When I think of Seven Hills, I think of sprawling ranches with huge, ginormous basements that mirror the upstairs. And basically, I'm thinking of my friend Wally's house. Him and his mom live in Seven Hills, and their basement, it's like a whole house, the same size as their upstairs. It's got a kitchen, it's got a living room, it's got 2 bedrooms, it's got a full bathroom. They never even use it. Like somebody could like a whole family could live down there. So that's what I think of when I think of Seven Hills, which means I feel like, and I also feel like a lot of retirees live in Seven Hills. And let me give you an insight as to why I think that way. Seven Hills does not have its own school system. It's part of the Parma City School District. So the kids are gonna go to Normandy High School. They're gonna go to Parma schools. And Parma schools are not rated as high as, say, Independence, which is right next door. So the school systems are not as great. And it's kind of, if you're a young family, you're gonna wanna take that into consideration. Like, oh my gosh, I found this great house in Seven Hills, but my kids have to go to Parma schools. And, not that they're terrible schools, but that might not be an option for your family. But there's plenty of private schools, K to 8. And then there's private high schools that are an option. You got Padua not too far away, which is a co-ed Catholic high school. So I just do think in my experience with Seven Hills, of course, everybody I've sold to in Seven Hills, none of them have had kids, so they don't really care about the school systems. They want that ranch feel. And every house I've sold has been a ranch. So speaking of houses I've sold, I just reached out to a client that I just helped find a house in Seven Hills, and they moved here from Arizona, and I just sent her a text. I'm still waiting to hear back. I was hoping to hear back by now. But I go, give me 3 likes and a wish about Seven Hills. 3 things you like about it, and 1 thing that you wish it had that it doesn't. And I'm still waiting, but all I've gotten so far is they love that it's close to the metro parks. So Seven Hills, very close to the parks. And given its name, Seven Hills, and I was just driving through it yesterday, it's hilly. Cleveland is in the flatlands. Cleveland's known for flatlands. And Seven Hills is actually, there's probably 7 of them, I would imagine, hills. So it's cool to see it. Like you see a house up here and then a house down here. So Seven Hills, pretty cool. Number 5. All right, moving on. Number 4, North Royalton. Okay, North Royalton's way down there off 71, right before, it's the last county before you get into Medina County. Also hilly, Excellent schools. I've done a North Royalton video. I actually lived in North Royalton when I was a kid for about a summer. When my parents split up, we had to live there. So I'm not a particular fan of it because I was stuck there while my mom was working. But it's beautiful. My cousin Bob lives there in this gorgeous home. So beautiful homes in North Royalton. I mean, not a lot of there's no nightlife. Let's be honest. There's a couple good restaurants and stuff, but you're not going to go downtown and go partying. It's just a nice suburb. Beautiful suburb. Good schools. Decent taxes. You hop on 71. You can go to Cleveland. It's a great suburb, but, you know, there's no real good shopping. You have to go to Strongsville Mall. It is what it is. I like it. It ranks. I agree. Okay, number 3, Independence. I've done a video on Independence. I have friends that live in Independence, but I've yet to have somebody call me and say, hey, I want to move to Independence, which is crazy to me because there's so much industry. You get off Rockside Road, all you have are office buildings. And when you have all that industry, you know what that means? It means you have no taxes. Independence has the lowest tax rate in all of Cuyahoga County. It's crazy. And you know what? It's super small. So independent schools, they're a small little district, which means they're excellent. Your teacher-student ratio are super, super tiny. The sports programs, you have a kid, A is an okay player. Guess what? He's going to be first string because there's not a lot of kids. Super small, there's lots to be said about a small town. And being that there's so much industry in Independence, you have every restaurant you could ever imagine right around the corner. I love Independence. It's got Top Golf there and here's another thing, because there's so much industry, and this is why so many people, like companies, have established their headquarters in Independence, because you can get there, you can get to Akron in 20 minutes, you can be on the west side of Cleveland in 20 minutes, you can be on the east side of Cleveland in 20 minutes, you could be everywhere in 20 minutes. It's centrally located. So you have 480, you have all the highways coming in there. So you're in and out, no big deal. So I love Independence. I think it's one of those hidden gems. It's something to think about, but I totally agree. Number 3, Independence. Okay, almost there. Number 2, Strongsville. Of course, Strongsville. Why Strongsville? Well, A, because it's so popular. It's affordable. You have beautiful homes in Strongsville. You have a shopping mall in Strongsville. You have every restaurant known to man in Strongsville. It's right off 71. It still has one of the best indoor malls, I think, next to Beechwood Mall on the east side. I think Strongsville Mall in Strongsville, obviously, it's called South Park Mall, is the best on the west side. Sorry, Great Northern and North Olmsted. South Park has you beat. So beautiful homes. It's a pain in the neck at Christmas time. Honestly, I'm going to say it's a pain in the neck every single day at rush hour to get off that area by the mall. It's terrible. I'm going to be honest with you. But beautiful developments. I've done a video on Strongsville before. Tons of amenities, great parks. They do all kinds of, they have all kinds of events throughout the year. They have a cute little downtown area. They have everything you need. They have a Costco there. Everything you need. Schools are excellent. I highly agree. My cousin lives in Strongsville. They love it. Highly agree. Strongsville, number 2. All right. I wholeheartedly agree with number 1. Brecksville. Love it. It is beautiful. It's hilly. The schools are amazing. The homes are amazing. I was just showing a client a home in Brecksville just a few days ago. I mean, it was right next to their downtown is so cute. They have little restaurants. You're close to the Cuyahoga Valley National Railroad, just like Independence. You're right next to Independence. So you're so close to all these parks. I mean, it has everything. Now, Brecksville is also close to Broadview Heights. They're very interchangeable, but I do think Brecksville beats out Broadview Heights, but they're the same school system. Brecksville, Broadview Heights, they're the Bs, top rated. You're still close to Cleveland, close to the parks. I mean, you hop on your bike, you're in the parks in no time. And our park system in Cuyahoga County, it's top notch. They're the best. I wholeheartedly agree. Brecksville's number one. So, hey guys, that's it. The top 5 southern suburbs. I don't know if you agree, disagree. I don't know what I'm missing. But hey, if you think of something that I'm missing, leave a comment down below. Please be nice. I just did what Cleveland Magazine said. See, I printed it up. I didn't make any of this up. And hey, if you're looking to move to the Cleveland area, you got some questions, you don't know where to go, you want to go east, you want to go west, you want to go down south, give me a call. I'm here to help. This is what I do. This is my passion. And until next time, enjoy the southern suburbs of Cleveland.